And here we go. Awesome. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time zones you've joined in from. This is Karuna Ahuja, and you're watching Conversations with Karuna live with an amazing personality here today with us, DK Bakshi. He has been a veteran in the HR industry for so many years. He's been mentoring people working in the HR space, helping a lot of organizations drive organizational excellence. And now he runs an organization called Global Talent Company, which is present in Thailand, India, and Canada, through which he offers a lot of HR solutions and mentors a lot of people. With us, he's here today, and we are going to talk about some amazing discussions around the leadership challenges and skills of a global career and how all of this can impact your life and career. So, welcome, DK Bakshi ji. Thank you for coming in for this session.
Indeed, my pleasure to be with you, Karuna, and let's get going, growing, and glowing.
Okay, I love that every time you tell me this. So I'm sure a lot of people who are watching it are excited to know more about you. So let's start with your journey, your career journey, your leadership journey, and then talk further about more questions that might come up.
Sure. You would like me to share my thoughts about my journey?
Yes, your leadership journey to
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, whosoever is watching us right now around the world, DK Bakshi is my name, a proud global Indian. I have been in the field of human resources, business HR, almost 34 years, and I have worked in near about four continents, 17, 18 countries. And my last assignment in India was head of the Gillette's Luxor Parker pens, which was a big launch in the country way back in 1997 when Amitabh Bachchan became our brand ambassador for Parker pens. You can see I still use Parker pens. I still use Gillette shaving blades, and I am fond of my products where I have worked, and that has been part of my DNA. Going forward, I moved to work in a place called Bangkok, Thailand, a very wonderful place to live in. When you look at my two flags, this is India and Thailand. So Karma Bhumi and Janma Bhumi, making an impact, working for an Indian multinational, a company which was spreading its wings from Thailand into various parts of the world. One side America, one side Africa, one side Europe. I have been instrumental in working with near about 18 to 19 cultures around the world. Very tough, very difficult, but very challenging. But at the same time, a huge learnability working with Dutchess, working with Lithuanians, working with Americans, working with British, working other side with Africans, and of course, Asia Pacific, be it Chinese or Indonesians or Thais for that matter. And finally, Global Talent Company, which is behind me, is my passion to work and deliver some global talent programs around the world. And it's an amazing experience, almost of one decade, spread into Asia Pacific and North America, especially based out of Canada, India, and Thailand. That has been my journey of leadership excellence. And it has been a I am still learning. I am a student of management and leadership, and I will always remain a student of management and leadership till the last breath. And I believe that as a student of management and leadership, you have qualities to keep on improving, and improving. Continuous improvement. That is the Kaizen approach of my life. Keep adding value to people and keep add value to yourself as well. That is the background, Karuna.
Amazing. And it's such an inspiring background with so much of work that you've done for so many organizations which have reached business excellence levels, and that fact that you're still thinking of a point that it's always about continuous improvement. So many years of experience, but you're humble enough to tell us that yes, it is all your life, it's all about continuous improvement. Being a lifelong learner is what it is all about. So very simple, thing that I carry back from here is always be open to exploring, always be open to improvements, and continue to keep going ahead from here.
Absolutely, Karuna. The life is a learnability. It is steps of learning. And when you see behind me, Padma Shri Dr. Preetham Singh, my guru, whom we really lost during COVID days, and he always used to mentor me. He has been my father, my mentor, my friend, and with him I have got huge learnability. We did programs in India and globally, and the man had that niche of creating excellence, especially leadership. And he is known as a leadership guru and real guru of life. And I have had the honor of working with him very closely on many of my programs and learning from him. And continuous improvement, continuous improvement, continuous improvement. And that is
Wow.
how life is today. Yes.
Wow, interesting. So I really enjoyed listening to your leadership journey, your career graph as well. And I think this concept of continuous learning has helped you reach the realm, the heights of being successful in the space that you are. So thank you so much for sharing that. Even though when we talk about the journey, it seems very exciting, inspiring, and extremely, we would love to know more about it. But I'm sure at certain milestones or certain steps, there have been some challenges that you came across as well. So how about sharing those with our audience?
Yeah, I think very pertinent question what you raised. And of course, during this leadership journey, there has been many challenges. I mean, these are going to be paramount for any global business leader who is aspiring to be working in the global world or who are already there. These challenges are very common and very pertinent. Let me tell you that my first challenge was when I went to work in Thailand. We as Indians and North Indians are very aggressive, highly aggressive people. We are tuck, 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 tuck. We need now, 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 now. And when I landed in Thailand, with first 6 months, three of the secretaries, Thai girls, they left me. I was shocked. What's going on? And I met one Mr. Poole. He has been there 42 years, still a great friend. He said, "Oh, you are DK Bakshi. You have three secretaries and they are gone." This is Thailand. Here, aggression does not work. Here is Savadika, Cup and Cup, different way of looking at things, different way of communicating. So that was a bigger challenge, and I could immediately align myself to that. And that is where I could take a niche of my changing the gears of working style and becoming different and aligning to the localization. That's where I talk about not global, I talk about local. Thinking global and acting local. So I could align to Thais, I could align to other nationalities. And within next 6 months, I became a very famous person in Thailand. I was on the Bangkok Post every Tuesday morning with my column, Roadmap to Success. First Indian in the country on that newspaper to be on every week on Bangkok Post, the leading national newspaper of Thailand. And Roadmap to Success, I got aligned to various cultures, I got aligned to various nationalities, I got aligned to local Thais because from this English newspaper, my articles were getting translated into Thai language. It used to go to the Thai newspapers. So that was the
Mm.
first challenge, which I changed. Then I was going forward, and we were taking over companies. And I remember I was given the assignment of taking over company in Netherlands. Now, Netherlands is very tough, very rigid, and it was a tough situation for me as an HR leader, going and taking over an American company, that too in a European country. Very tough. I did not know even ABC of pension those days. Pension was one of a very important ingredient of a compensation and benefits in Europe. I am talking about 2005, 2006. Now, I have no knowledge. I had never worked in Europe. But what I used to do, I used to sit down in my Bangkok home. I used to work midnights and try to understand. And finally, when I landed in terms of negotiating with the workmen, with the associates, I could understand that this pension is one of a very important aspects which I need to really take care. And there was a cost involved, but I learned through that process how do I ensure that we become cost effective company to take over at the same time mirror the employees compensation and benefits. And I want to give you an example. And there was a regional manager from this company, it was a Kodak company, Eastman Chemicals, and she got dazzled. She said, how do you know about all this? I said, I just learned it by understanding, by putting things together. But within few weeks, we could take over that company against one of a big giant who was taking over. And we took over that company and at a cost which was cost effective, and we turned around that company in 9 months. Same was the case in England, same was the case in America. So when you work in different zones, different geographies, different cultures, different countries, you cannot do it your own way. I cannot do in India American way. I cannot do in America India way. I cannot do it in Indonesia Indian way. I have to do it Indonesian way. I have to do it Thai way. I have to do it African way. I have to do it German way. My background has been before this company also. I worked for Austrians and Germans for near about 10 years. And at that point of time, we used to even speak German languages because everything was in German. I am talking about when I started my career in 1986, 87. So everything was coming on a telex. You know, those days there were no smartphones, no computers. It was telex. So early morning we'll go and get telexes because Germany was working late night. And today the world is different. So what I am trying to say is, during the process of journey of excellence, there will be always challenges coming to a business leader. When I talk about HR, I don't talk about HR leader only. HR is business, marketing is business, operation is business. Every one of us is a business leader. It is not the designation, I am an operation excellence head, I am a manufacturing excellence head. No, you're a business head. So when we talk about business and business leadership, there will be certainly challenges. How do you, as a business leader, understand those challenges and work step by step in a process approach? That's where I come from, a background of TQM, trained by Dr. Taguji, the living guru of quality management. Step by step, PDCA, plan, do, check, act, and go back. PDCA, plan, do, check, act. And I have given a different name to this TQM philosophy of PDCA. I say P is passion. In case you are passionate, you will plan. D is dedication. In case you are dedicated, you will do it. C is commitment. In case you are committed, you will check what you have done. A is attitude. In case you have an attitude, you will act. So PDCA cycle for me is passion, dedication, commitment, and attitude. So when you create this cycle and keep working on this, you will have a continuous way of overcoming challenges and moving to the next level of excellence. Similarly, it's happening in COVID days. how much pain, how much tough, how much unheard, unknown situations came to all of us in the human race. Do you think I was here like you, being on this digital mode? I was zero on digital mode in February 2020. And today, I am I am all the time on this. So this challenge of us, we turned into opportunity. In case business leaders, it's not only business leaders, any leaders, be it education excellence leader, be it business leader, be it political leader, be it community leader, be it family leader, has the capability and the capability to turn challenges into opportunities, people will start saluting and respecting you. That is the power of a leader. In case a leader takes challenges and cannot take any step forward, he is not a leader. She is not a leader. Leadership is taking challenges, taking it forward, breaking challenges into pieces, making a roadmap in order to set clear objectives. So there are multiple challenges. Even today, Karuna, even today I am challenged by my revenue model. Because all whole year of 2020, free talks around the world, be it women power, a global movement, be it DNA of leadership, be it programs in various places, digital mode, not a single dollar, not a single rupee, not a single baht. But now, in 2021, we are challenged that we need to earn revenues. If you look at my office outside, and you just see, I saw both my leaders, Varsha and Niti, both the leaders very strong on the revenue, on the revenue, on the revenue. And today, I am on the revenue, I am on the revenue. It may take another couple of months, but we are going to come out of this. We are going to come out of this. We are going to come out of this. We are going to earn, we are going to earn, we are going to earn, and take care of our global talent family and take care of our clients. This is the challenge. Why don't we face it strongly? Why don't we have the power of positivity to change it? And we will change it. But in case as a leader you say, oh, cannot be done, it's too tough, I cannot try it, it doesn't work.
Yeah, very, very powerful message, I must say, and full of energy. And I really loved the thought that you talked about, that a leader is one who takes up challenges and turns it into an opportunity. At this point of time, during COVID and now post COVID times, there have been so many challenges, and it has been a test for so many people to be able to relook at what they'd been doing and now coming up with something new that can create benefits for everybody around them. So it's so commendable that from not being even present on social media at in pre-COVID times to now being a pro at it and doing such amazing corporate sessions for organizations through this media of technology. I think this is such a quick change you've been able to adopt to, as well as I'm sure a lot of other leaders who are listening, they would also relate to it, that it is so much of a continuous improvement that you've been working into. So thank you for sharing all
I
of these.
would, I would like to give the credit for this, turning my this negativity into a positivity. One and only Varsha Pushpa, who is my leader of HROD, she has really been one of the instrumental in making this thing to happen. And I must give a big round of applause for Varsha of my company, who has been all out to set the ball rolling and make me to do it. And I respect Varsha for her commitment and drive to change DK Bakshi from a face-to-face person to the digital mode. And along with Varsha, my another leader, talent acquisition, Niti Arora, and she has been a driver. Yes, yes, we can do it. Yes, we can do it. Stick at home. Why not? We will make it. We will make it. So when you have leaders like this with you, who are becoming part of your problem, who are creating their roadmap with your life, then you need not to worry about it. I feel very proud of them. And they have certainly been impacting me commendably And I am telling this on the social media today to the public that in case you get couple of partners with you in your mission who become part of your mission, all the challenges can be converted into opportunities. DK Bakshi alone cannot do it. Nobody can do it alone. It is the team. Together, everyone achieves more. So I give big round of applause to these two ladies, Varsha and Niti, for ensuring that I remain alive and I remain focused. I remain positive to drive my roadmap of changing the gears and making it possible. Thank you very
Wow,
much.
wow, that was an amazing energy, and kudos to Neeti and Varsha for being such an amazing enabler for building up on this business model that you're driving right now. And kudos to you for mentoring them to be able to do it together. So, one of the qualities that I figure out when I'm talking to you is also about effectively mentoring and also being open to reverse mentoring in that process.
Yeah.
In those both processes, all the parties actually benefit. The business benefits ultimately as well.
Karuna, I am a very great promoter of reverse mentoring. Now, when you look at me, it is not now. I
Hmm.
can't say COVID days. Even in 2015, I started reverse mentoring with two ladies called Kanak in India and Yong in Thailand. And they got shocked. They said, "How can you do it?" I said, "You will see the result." Again, on this social media, those two ladies added a lot of value to me. My younger son, Shivan Bakshi, he keeps adding a lot of value to me as a reverse mentoring. So, what is happening in the world today? In case I decide I know it all, that means I am dead. But I say I am on a learning curve. Karuna, I learn from you. When we sit down together, when we work on some concept, I am ready to listen to you because you may have a better idea than me. It is not that every idea can come from a senior person, senior leadership. No, not at all. Give chance to your younger employees, younger leaders to give their inputs, and you will see. I have a clear example. You will see you will get much better results out of reverse mentoring. And ladies and gentlemen around the world, whoever is watching, try reverse mentoring with your children, with your subordinates, with your managers, and take them part of your journey. Give them a chance to explore, listen to them, understand them, and work on that. That is where the PDCA comes: plan, do, check, and act. PDCA, plan, do, check, and act. And you will see your productivity, your performance, your progress, and your pride will keep on increasing because you are learning from youngsters. When I talk and address at various engineering colleges or business schools, I always talk to these millennials. They are the drivers of the future world, the global world. We need to listen to them and they have brighter ideas. Yes, they may be lacking on certain things. That is the role of us to change those habits, but we are also part of tomatization and zomatization and Uberization. So do you think we are not part of us? We are
Yes.
also using smartphones. We are also part of Uberization and Olarization and zomatization. Do you think we are not? We are also sitting somewhere and ordering for through zomatization or Uberization. We are also learning in the process. We are not away from that. So in case today you decide, no, 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 I will not keep my smartphone. I will go for a small phone without this one. It cannot work out. It is not possible. I was addressing way back in, I think 98, 99. I used to go to MDI Gurgaon to address some of the public sector, managers and senior managers. Padmashri Pritam Singh used to be at that point of time the director of MDI Gurgaon. So when I entered there in the room, I saw Mr. Sudarshan Banerjee. Sudarshan Banerjee used to be the CEO of, uh, Dutch, Kodak that time in India. So he said, DK, you are talking on change management. Very tough people here. It's very tough. They are all 50 plus. So you can see my age. I was very young at that point of time. I'm still young, that time I was more younger. I said, what happened? He said, these people are very tough. They don't think about change. I said, let me see, let's have lunch, and my session is after lunch. And Sudarshan said, I want to watch your session. I said, he was a great friend. He is also these days in Canada and Toronto, is working with me on some assignments. So when I was addressing the gathering, there were ONGC senior managers, AGMs, and general managers. And I saw one guy. So I was talking about change management, change. No change, no growth, no change, no growth, change. Challenge, growth. So I saw one guy having a phone in hand. He said, oh, I need to go out of this room. I said, no, you cannot go out of this room. Why are you using mobile phone? He said, no, I need to go. I said, no, I will not allow you to go out of the room. He said, no, I need to go. I said, it seems there's something urgent. Okay, we allow you, but we will not work till you come back. So he went out, and within few minutes he came back. Everybody clapped, and we said, what was this call? He said, my son in London got an opportunity to work for some global bank. And I got this news. I said, wow, congratulations. I said, why are you using this mobile phone when you don't want to change? So he got shocked. And everybody got a message that we all are changing every day. We believe in this change. And we are using this mobile phone. But we say, oh, I don't want to change. Oh, I don't want to change. But he had already changed. In case he would have not used the mobile phone, he would have not got that message. So what I am trying to say is that each one of us goes through the change process lifelong. We don't even realize when we go through that change. We need to be moving forward in our change. Yeah.
Yeah, so true. Because life is all full of changes, and at every step, there are different things that are coming up. There are different opportunities, different challenges that are coming up, and each of them need to be dealt differently. So, even if you're at a certain point in your career, what happens is what has got you here is not going to take you further. You need to continue to change to move to the next step and take up larger leadership roles. So
True.
with that, I bring to you a question that Vishal is asking. He's talking about that HR is working as a business partner. We are expected to work as a business partner with organizations. Do you think HR professionals are giving good fights to sales and marketing people? Do you feel time has come wherein companies are ready to make HR man as the business head? So question is about fights, but I'm not sure whether HR will give a fight. But yes, in terms of competence, is what I would see. You would be possibly referring to. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a very great question from Vishal. Vishal
Yes.
Bhatia sir, we will not use the fight at all. HR role, HR itself is human resources. It has to come from heart. It is heart relationship. And when we talk about relationship with the heart, and when we are working with people, we are working with people of all cultures, people of all nationalities. I mean, you put a pin here, I will get a blood here and it's red. Same is the case with you, same is the case with Karuna. We are all people with heart relationship. HR is not there to fight. HR is there to partner. The moment you turn your role as a partner in growth, no competition. cooperation, no competition, collaboration. HR has to be along with sales, marketing, operation, manufacturing, supply chain as a partner. What does that mean? I would like to elaborate. When I went to Thailand, I was told, oh, this is a 25-year-old company. We know about it. You don't know about this business. PET business is different in the world. Blah, 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 blah. I said, people remain the same, but let me change it to an extent. There were 5 presidents. They were all very difficult people. They would not listen to anybody. Not to me. I was a new guy. I first won their heart. I became their partner. And then I took them through what can I do to improve their operation excellence, manufacturing excellence, business excellence, and why are competencies important? Why are job roles important? Why is competency framework important? What value add I can give? Why is training and development important? So when you take them through slowly, it cannot happen overnight. So commitment of human resource department or HR leader is not to compete, but to collaborate, but to partner in the business dynamics. You need to first understand the business of that company where you're working, and then understand business dynamics and do a SWOT. What are the strengths of my people in this company? What is W? Not weaknesses. Work on area of improvement. The moment I tell you weakness, you go behind. The moment I tell you I work with you, work on area of improvement, you come forward. And opportunities. And T is threats. No threats. Transforming solutions. So I am turning this negativity from weakness to work on areas of improvement and threats to transforming solutions. The moment you do a SWOT, you will be able to understand what needs to be done. The moment you do that, then you take them through a roadmap, step by step. Don't do 10 things together. Give one thing, make it success, spread success story. Do another thing, make it success, spread success story. When I was doing quality movement in the country, in Thailand, and then I did it globally. In case you see that the first program of the quality movement which I did, I got 5,000 employees, large scale interactive process together. And that video has gone that time viral. And when I sent it to Europe and America, they said, oh my God, this seems to be awesome. Why don't we do it? And then we started quality movement there also. When you do a great job, when you add value to business, they will love to be with you. I have been always seen as a person who would love to be there because I believe that I am a business person. I am a business HR. I am not only HR. So HR professionals have to become partners, have to understand business, have to see what value add, Vishalji, you can do to sales, marketing, operations, and manufacturing. And once you make that roadmap clear, go by step 1, step 2, step 3, make success stories. They will be after you. In the
Yes.
most strong HR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think he has another question where he's talking about, do you feel that it has come, time has come that companies are ready to make HR man as the business head?
Absolutely. I have been part of the board. And today, in case you don't keep HR person part of the board, or in case you can't keep him part of the board, keep him at least part of the policy making. Because business HR means when we are making business framework of the company, objectives of the company for the year, mission of the company for the year, it has to be along with, rather, it should be driven by HR. I have driven in companies the business framework. People used to say, man, how do you know about it? I said, I can. Because I had a background of manufacturing, I had a background of TQM, I had a background of HR. So I combined my skills to become HR. So therefore, either you keep HR into the board of directors, in case it is not possible, then keep him in the top policy making committee, which can be top 20, top 15, top 10. And HR has to be the policy driver, not only HR policies, business policy. That is where I keep questioning people. Is your recruitment process a business process? Is your training process a business process? When in supply chain, when in operation there are business processes, do you think HR, recruitment and L&D is not a business process? And the moment you make HR leadership to understand that recruitment is a business process, L&D is a business process, then things will be different. You have to create that kind of a thing. So you have to have a seat in policy forum, if not in the board, in order to ensure that HR takes lead in the company.
Yeah. And I think where the gap is, Vishal, I feel that many a times HR people themselves are not building up on their business acumen capabilities. And if they have that ambition and a career path that they're looking at to become a business head, there are a lot of examples where a lot of people have become business heads after leading as an HR professional. But I think the gap that needs to be filled up is that the leader needs to have a strong business acumen and make the HR processes actually a business process, like DK Bakshi was talking about. That is where, if the gap gets filled, I don't think there would be a challenge in making HR person the business head of the organization. Also, there have been a lot of success stories around that as well. So, coming back to a point, because this question came up, you were talking about mentoring people, talking also about reverse mentoring concept. I want to bring you back to that point. While you were talking about, connecting with millennials as well, I do feel that coaching or mentoring process is, and specifically reverse mentoring process, is such an inclusive process in the organization. And those are people who are wanting to build inclusion in the organization amongst the diverse workforce. I think, when the leaders become open, and that is one of the qualities of a strong leader, when the leaders become open to reverse mentoring, it can create a huge amount of inclusive workforce as well. So people who are watching, listening to us, I do feel that could be a takeaway for many of you to take back as well. DK Bakshiji, what's your thought on this?
Yeah, mentoring and coaching is the buzz today. And in fact, when you do a training program of 2 days and people are happy in those training programs and go away, but what about application? What's going on? 2 days, enjoyed in a five-star hotel, had fun, understood some of the concepts. Some of the concepts were old, but talked in a new way, motivated yourself. But when he goes back to the work, everything within few days, it's gone. But in case this is followed by a regular mentoring and coaching of the specified areas, roadmap of action. Say, for example, 5 key points have come out for DK Bakshi to work on in next 6 months. And in case I start applying during this 6 months on my job role, on my relationship, on my communication, and I have someone who is guiding and mentoring and coaching me regularly, the journey of excellence will become fantastic. The purpose of the 2 days program will be great. Otherwise, purpose is lost after 2 days. Then.
Yeah.
So, mentoring and coaching is a process of continuously working on applications used in day-to-day working or living. I'm not talking only working, I'm talking about living. So you have a relationship with your parents or your in-laws, or you have a relationship with your brothers, sisters, or partners. Even in that case, so you have got to create that mentoring attitude. And today's world, unless you really have a great mentor, selecting a mentor and selecting a coach should be a thought through process. It should not be just an, okay, you become my mentor. No, we should actually look at the background of the person, what he can bring into me. And I think this is going to be, for learning and development leaders, it is going to be one of the very most important, fascinating journeys in next 2 decades, I can say. At least for next 10 to 20 years, mentoring and coaching will be at the top, and people need mentors. You just see your cricket teams, you just see your football, soccer teams, you just see anybody, an athlete has a mentor. Cricketers have a mentor. So coaches, and these coaches do what? They keep sharing their experience, experiential learning, and they keep guiding. So when I do something wrong, they set me right. When I do something, I make a stroke of an onto the ground. So they keep focus on. One is they will make you keep focus on. Second, they will immediately see in case you are missing something, they complete the loop immediately. And third one, they will always talk to you to move to the next level of excellence. So even if these three things are done,
Yeah.
the journey becomes beautiful.
Amazing. I really love that thought that you shared. So, in a crux, we discussed this in in our previous discussion that we were doing. But in a crux, if I have to ask you, what are the skills required to be a global leader? You've been in a global leadership role for quite a while. Um, what are those skills required? If I have to kind of put it in a crux.
Yeah, I will say first one is global mindset and acting local. Global mindset and acting local. So we need to think that world is one, but in the world there are different cultures, there are different countries, there are different sensitivities, and there are different kinds of people coming in. So once you have a global mindset with globalization part of your life, that will become one of a very important skill set. An American working in India, or an Indian working in Mauritius, or a Thai working in Chicago, you need to have global mindset with local actions, local steps, localization. So that is the first one. Second is I will work on leadership excellence. That means as a leader, and when I talk about leadership excellence, that will be a combination of certain things. Leadership excellence means you have to be agile. So your agility, your adaptability, and your acceptability. So as a leadership excellence, agility, adaptability, and acceptability has to be very clear. Whichever country you go, you have to align with that country, without nation, without company. Very important. O is, I'm talking about global now. O is optimizing your strengths to the need of that particular assignment. Do a SWOT of yourself, look at your strengths, and optimize on those strengths to align with the global leadership issues and challenges. So when you do that, and then global B is very powerful. Bonding yourself. That means bonding yourself to the business ability, bonding yourself to the people, bonding yourself to the culture, bonding yourself to the various local, backgrounds. That will give you an edge as compared to other person. That means in case you are working in Indonesia, you have to work Indonesian way. You are working in Afghanistan, you have got to be wearing Afghanistan dress. Or you're working in America, you have got to be American way. And then A is now again alignment, 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 alignment. Alignment to the world with a localized approach. And L is love for human being, irrespective of caste, creed, gender, nationality, and religion. As a human being, love everyone, laugh with everyone, leverage with everyone, live with everyone, lead with everyone. So these are 4 5 skill sets which will take an aspiring global business leader to work in any part of the world. Please understand, at the end of the day, we all human beings remain the same. Code has taught us that. Whether you are a prime minister, or you are a sweeper, or you are a carpenter, or you are an office manager, it's same. Everything is same. It's only that I am born in India, somebody is born in America, but we breathe same way. We do the same things all the time. We have the same red blood. There's no black blood here. So only thing is that how do you align with your adapt, align, have agility, have business ability, have capability, and how do you communicate and win the heart of people? Any person, any personality, any human being, when you win the heart of a person, how do two different people live together and get married? And how do the same two people cannot tolerate each other and get separated? Because it is how you adapt, it is how you accept each other, it is how you cope with each other, how you communicate with each other. So these are very basic, simple tips of becoming a great global business leader. Business leaders are not only business leaders, they are human leaders. They have to have humility, they have to have compassion, they have to have commitment, they have to have drive for excellence, they have to have excitement, they have to have engagement. So business is not only make dollars and rupees and bahts and dollars. Business is human touch, human touch, human touch. Look at India today. February 2020, around the world, everybody is saying India is going to be destroyed in the world because India cannot face this pandemic. Watch the videos. All the Western world talked about India getting destroyed. And India will be in a miserable condition because of this. And see today, lowest mortality rate in the world with 1.4 billion population. And not only that, Indian vaccination program, 90 countries asking for the vaccination from India. India is healing the world. Never underestimate the power of human power. Human power is the biggest power. And India became today nation to heal the world. I feel proud to be an Indian that my country is healing the world. Even Pakistan yesterday, the video came, who's our neighboring country. In immediate Pakistani says we would like to take Indian vaccination and not Chinese vaccination. It's not political, but it's a fact. Most of the Pakistanis want to have Indian vaccination. So when you see the world is today waiting for Indian vaccination, they're crazy about Indian vaccination. I'm getting vaccinated in next 2 hours time. So that is how vaccination has taken India forward, and India is leading the world today with vaccination. That is the power of India. And once that is happening, India is already super duper big in the world. Similarly, in terms of manufacturing, India is going to be the manufacturing hub of the world. So we need to be positive about Indianization taking forward. And that is how you are like a global leader in the world. Yeah.
Yeah, and that brings us to a point also that because there are so many opportunities in the country, becoming a global leader, preparing yourself to become a global leader, and as well as from an opportunity point of view, There is a huge prospect that the country is becoming a superpower. And building your career in that space, learning more about what capabilities you need to build up, even more becomes even more important for all of us, specifically with people who, we're talking about India right now.
Sure, because India is going to be the superpower. Many of the multinationals are making their headquarters or regional headquarters in India. So Indian business leaders, not only HR, all business leaders have opportunities to be global leaders based in India and working good. There are many friends of mine who are based in India and they are global managers. So we have
Yes.
done that. It's happening already. It's going to be more and more. It's going to
Yeah.
be more and more. It's going to be more and
Yeah.
more. And I keep telling my children that one day you will come and say, Dad, do you think I get a chance to work in India? And maybe that's too far. So maybe another 10 years, they would love to work in India, but they may not be really able to work in India because it's different. It's a different world altogether because they are used to different kind of working. Now, India is not easy to work. India is challenging. But those foreigners who actually worked in India, they never want to leave India. This is
Yeah.
also fact.
Yes. So I know I have, during my stint with one of the organizations, taken up a global role in various companies. I was sitting in India, working in the Middle East and Africa locations. Sitting in India, another opportunity where I was managing global position of an HR leader. So there are a lot of such roles available, and I think it's what is important for us is to gear up, build up on our capability, build up on our competence, build up on our business acumen to be able to take this further. So, what is
True.
important for us is to continuously keep learning and
Yeah.
taking our life also ahead, our career also ahead. So, thank you so much, sir, for coming in for this conversation. And I'm sure people who've taken back some insights from this, it has been an amazing conversation. I personally took back this entire concept of global, what GLOBAL stands for. And I think I'm going to keep working on building up on my own capabilities. And I'm sure those who are listening to you, it has been an amazing, insightful, interesting conversation for them too. Thank you for your time. And we are going to be back again next Thursday with an amazing personality once again. Keep watching till then, and do keep writing your queries and comments to make this even more successful. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Karuna. Wish you all the best. Great good luck to you for your leadership pursuits, and you will certainly rock in life. Keep learning, unlearning, and relearning. That's the power of the world. As people managers, as HR leaders, as business HR leaders, we need to keep unlearning, relearning, and learning, and keep adding value to our lives and keep adding value to our people, be it at home, be it on road, be it in your world, wherever you're working. Wish you all the best. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.